Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hello. How's everybody? Ooh, happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. It's not too bad out in the DMV. It's going to be 95 degrees today. It's going to be hot. Um, but we're gonna have some fun today. Regardless, we're gonna have some fun today. Um, I plan on making it nice and flowy. We're gonna work on legs today, building that strength in our legs. Say good morning so I can shout you out. Say hello. Um, we got some. The mood is dreamy. It's very hard to get the music exactly right. If you're familiar with YouTube, if you want to use just some regular everyday songs, that's not gonna fly. It is not gonna fly. They will rip your YouTube down for copyright. So you have to make sure that you are having royalty-free music, something that is clear to play. So if you've ever wondered why I don't play all of the hits, that is why. Because YouTube will take it down. They do not like you to use copyrighted music. So you have to use music that I do pay a subscription for, but it's music that can be played on YouTube. So it's not always like the hits, although there is some ones that are words, but I prefer the instrumentals because when you're trying to do yoga and you may just want to like zone out, do your thing, maybe the words might get in the way. When I have my personal flow, I have all my hits, and it's almost like a singing yoga type thing. But when I am teaching, of course, I have to make sure that I am here for you. So I can't do my singing. I don't sing for you. I don't sing for you. Um, it's not all that great. Hello, is that Samuel? Hey, Samuel, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Good to see you online. Hope you got your yoga mat ready for us to get started. Hope you had a good week as well. Productive week. If you're home and maybe if you're in school, you might be on summer break. If you're working, it can be like every single day is Groundhog Day, and you got to switch it up. I did try to post some stuff online, some videos of just little breaks that you can take. I did the yoga for fingers, and we're going to do a little bit of that today as well. Hello, I'm Flo. Hello. And Samuel, I see you. I see you out there. We're going to do, love you too. Love you too. We're going to do a little bit of some fingers today just to kind of warm the hands up. Just in case you haven't seen that video, you can always go back and watch it, but we're going to do a little hand workout to start. All right. I did not pick. Hey, Vivian. How are you, Vivian? We are going to pick the intention word. Yesterday's intention word was spontaneity, but today we're going to pick a new one. And I do try to put on my Instagram, I know I do send out my special text of the intention word to a lot of my family, but I do post now the intention word every day on my Instagram story. So every day is the Instagram, on my Instagram story is the intention word. So I'm going to give the cards a little shuffle so that we can get that intention word picked. And I'm going to actually take out spontaneity, put that to the side. And like I said, when I'm doing my intention word, I do try to have the best intentions as I shuffle as well. Then I like to just kind of give them a little spread out on the mat. have my good intentions set, then I like to pick a card. So let's see. This is a good one. I tell you, it's always timely. It's always timely. So I'm going to share it right before we get started. But the card is there. These intention cards are on Amazon if you do want to purchase it. I have a link in my description of you can get the card yourself. Hello, Magic Shack. Hello, Jackie. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're feeling better. And definitely, listen to your body. Do what works for you. Especially with listening to your body at injuries and anything, listen to your body. So do what you can, modify where you need to, especially when we go down on the floor. Today we're going to be on the floor. It's going to be on our tummy. So modify where needed. And also if it's some items that you want to do in a chair, you can also do that as well. All right. So we got about 3 more minutes before we get into the practice. So let me talk about this intention word. So our intention word today is patience. And you need a lot of it in life. I will admit that I am not the most patient person. If you know me, you know. Patience is a virtue, definitely. And we have to have that patience in life for things to happen. We always want things like here and now. But some things require time. Some things just aren't going to be automatic. Even with a yoga journey, for example, there's patience that's required. You want to get into a specific posture, but it doesn't happen overnight. Your body has to get accustomed to it. So patience is a part of life. And as we even go into our practice today, being patient with your body. Every day is different. We're not going to be extra flexible all the time, every single day. Our body ebbs and flows as it goes throughout the day. Maybe it was how you slept the night before. Maybe you had a really intense workout the night before. So all of those things go into account of our bodies. So just thinking about that, even as we go into our practice and thinking about some ways that maybe you can be a little bit more patient with yourself, with others. Like I said, I work on this constantly. If you're watching this, because you're going to be watching this now live, right? Even if you replayed it right now, I have my AC unit to go out, right? And it's getting fixed. It wasn't a one-day process. So I am being patient. So if you see me over here in an internal puddle of water, of sweat, of glow, that is why. I do have a little fan that I finally got in the room, but if you see my body glistening a little bit more than normal, it's because of that. I'm being patient. All right, let's have a seat on our mat. We always want to come to the breath. If you want a yoga block to sit on, you can always sit on a yoga block. That'll get you a little bit higher, get those knees down. Come into the breath. We're thanking the Creator for waking us up this morning, giving thanks for that. It's the first thing we can be grateful for. When we wake up in the morning, we're grateful. I'm going to come to the breath. Inhale in through the nose. And exhale, open mouth. Inhale, let the chest rise. And exhale, release. Let those shoulders come down. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, let it out. One last one. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, let it out. Take that chin down to your chest. Stretch in the back of your neck. We're going to take your chest, lift it up high. Allow those shoulders to release away from your ears. We're going to take that right hand down by our side, lift the left arm up overhead. If you're on a block and you may want to come down, that's fine. See if you can turn that gaze towards the ceiling, stacking those shoulders on top of each other as if the shoulders were in a straight line. On that exhale, we're going to go to the other side, float over. Again, turn that gaze towards the ceiling. So we want to stretch our core, going over to the other side, opening up that chest. And over to the other side. This is our last one. Really feel that length in the chest. And coming back down. I'm going to take those feet out in front of us. So if you're on a block, you may want to come down. I'm going to bring the toes out in front. Flexing the toes back, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to press into the hands. Give your body a rock from left to right. And then take those hands together. We're going to warming up those hands, warming up our wrists. This is one of the exercises that we did in the yoga for fingers and wrists. And then see if you can go the opposite way. It's a little harder when you go the non-dominant way. And then bringing those hands to prayer hands. We're going to press into the fingers on each side. Pressing down. And then see if you can take pinky, middle, ring, index, middle, ring, pinky, right? And then maybe going the opposite way. Just pressing down on one side. And then going the other way. So index, middle, ring, pinky. Index, middle, ring, pinky. Stretch it out. Very nice. Bring those arms up overhead. I'm going to move those fingers open and close. And if it's too uncomfortable, bring it down. Especially if you have high blood pressure, you don't really want to bring your hands overhead too much. Move those fingers. Warming up those hands. And release it down. Bring the shoulders up. And release it down. Bring the shoulders up. And release it back down. And up one more time. Bring them all the way up towards your ears. And then exhale, release it down. Very nice. We're going to walk our hands out towards our feet. So if you feel better, bringing those arms up overhead, getting really tall, and then reaching forward, you can. If you're sitting in a chair and you're doing this, you can just lean forward, bringing those hands down towards the feet. See if you can release those shoulders away from your ears. Even if you'd like to put a bend into your knees. And as you get comfortable with the breath, you can always lower yourself down, bringing that head towards your knees. Gently walking your hands back up towards your body, bringing those arms up overhead if it's available. And exhale, lower the hands down. We're going to come over into our hands and knees for that tabletop position. So this is one of my favorite poses to do even before I get out of bed. I typically will take the cat-cow because you may have slept wrong and just you want to wake up your body. So taking those hands right underneath your shoulders, middle fingers tracking forward, toes are untucked, knees are hip distance apart. You're going to inhale, lower the belly, bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. And on that exhale, tuck the tailbone in, arch the spine, bring the chin to chest. Press away with the hands. Inhale, reverse, lower the belly, gaze up. Exhale, open up, arch the spine, chin to chest. 2 more just like that. Inhale in. And exhale. Last one, inhale in. And exhale, reverse. Bring it to a nice neutral tabletop. We're going to shift the weight into the heels. Bring your heels back for your child's pose. Take that forehead down towards the earth. If it's comfortable, you can have your hands out in front or bring those hands behind you. Really dependent on your shoulder. Bringing that body back up. We're going to come up onto your knees if it's available. If you'd like to roll the mat underneath, you can. Press those hips forward. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up overhead. On that exhale, we sink our hips back. Sink the hips back, bring the arms down. Inhale, bring the hips up. Gaze up. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, bring the hips up. So this is almost like our chair pose. Exhale, sink the hips. We got 4 more. Inhale, bring the hips up. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, bring the hips up. Exhale, sink the hips. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, sink. Inhale up. And exhale, sink. See if you can hold here. Take a few breaths, lift the chest. And then come forward for that tabletop position. We're going to take that right leg, bring it out, flex the heel down. Press away with the hands. Grip those fingers into the mat. Press away with the hands. This is going to help us when we get to that downward facing dog. We already have our hands set up. Bring that knee in. Swap it out on the left side. Again, gripping those fingers in the mat. Press away with the hands. You're light onto the wrist. Bringing that knee back in. We're going to tuck those toes. Shift the weight back towards your heels. Toe stretch here. Shift that weight into the hands. Bring the knees up. Our first downward facing dog of the day. We want to pedal out our feet here. Move your hips. Bend your knees. So you're bending opposite knees, moving those hips. Again, pressing away with the hands. Bringing those fingertips into the mat. Take 1 more breath, and then we're going to bring those heels down towards the earth. Shift the weight back. Bring that gaze down towards your toes. Continue to breathe. Maybe you might walk your gaze up towards your knees as you release your head. Maybe bring that gaze up to your thighs. And if you tuck that chin into the chest, maybe you can get that gaze towards your belly, releasing that head in the center of your body. We're going to take 1 more full breath as we push away with the hands. Bringing that gaze towards your hands. Gently walk your feet towards your hands. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to walk your hands to the back of the mat towards your feet. Either way, wherever you are, we're in that forward fold. Keep a slight bend into your knee. This is our first one. So we want to put a bend into that knee. Allow your hands to surrender down. Release the head. You're looking behind you. We're going to grab opposite elbows for ragdoll pose. Allow those elbows to come down towards the earth. As we feel that stretch along the lower back, maybe you begin to straighten the legs, release the head. Gentle sway from left to right, shaking the head yes and no. Shifting that weight into the ball of the feet, activating the back of your legs. Allowing those elbows to release a little bit further towards the earth. Release your hands down back to that forward fold. We're going to bring those hands to shin for a flat back. Planting our hands down onto the mat, we're going to step back to that plank position. If you want to bring the knees down for your plank, that's perfectly okay. Modify wherever you need to. We're going to lower the body down. Elbows in. Lower your body down. Come all the way down onto your belly. Untuck your toes. We're going to push into the hands, bringing those elbows towards our body. Feel that lower back start to activate. This is our baby cobra. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. And on that exhale, lower your body down, lower your head. We're going to shift the weight underneath near our rib cage. Shift back to that tabletop position. Tucking your toes, come down to your downward facing dog. Now that was our first one. Feel free if you don't want to go through the flow of coming all the way down on the ground. You can immediately come back to your downward facing dog. It is okay. Listen to your body and what it needs today. On that exhale, we're coming to that forward fold. Rather if you're at the back of your mat or the front, whatever's comfortable for you. Maybe holding on to the backs of your ankles, allowing that body to just fold forward, bringing that knee towards your nose. On that inhale, come all the way up. Press into the feet, extended mountain. Bring that arm up overhead. Bring the gaze up, maybe the hands touch. On that exhale, forward fold. We're going to go right back into it. Hands to shin for flat back. Planting your hands down onto the mat, step back. Again, you don't have to flow all the way through. You can push back immediately to your downward facing dog. If you are in your plank, shift the heels over the balls of the feet and then lower yourself all the way down. Push up into that upward facing dog or the cobra that we did before, and then shift your weight back. We all meet in our downward facing dog. When you're ready, come to that forward fold at the top or back of your mat, wherever's comfortable. Lower your body down. And on that inhale, bring your gaze up. Arms come up overhead if it's available. And on that exhale, back into the forward fold. Hands to shin for flat back. Plant your hands down on the mat. We'll step through and we'll flow. We meet in our downward facing dog. I want you to take 2 breaths. Shift the weight towards the heels. Bring that gaze up the leg, releasing that head. And when you're ready, walk the feet forward, back to that forward fold. On your inhale, come all the way up. Is that body warm? We're saluting the sun. Exhale, forward fold. So sun salutations is a really primary pose. Flat back here. Plant your hands, step back and flow. This is one that really just helps to get the whole body nice and warm and get your body ready for the day. I would say it is definitely something that can be done on a daily basis. Even in a lot of different yoga classes and styles of yoga, sun salutations is a primary flow, primary asana. We're going to take that right leg, bring it up towards the sky. We're going to arch our back, bend our knees, bring the foot through to frame the hands. Even if you need to bring that foot a little bit forward, that's okay. We're going to stay here with both feet tracking forward. We're in our runner's lunge here. If you need a block, you can also get a block underneath of your body. If you're in a chair, you can straddle your legs over the chair if you are in a chair today. I want you to pivot that back foot to that warrior one position. So pinky toe edge of the foot comes down, come up for your warrior one. Bend into that front knee. On that exhale, open up, warrior two. Nice strong arms. We're going to inhale, reverse. Bring that gaze up towards the ceiling. If you'd like to bind your arm over, you can. And then bring that hand down. We're going to come back to that runner's lunge. So just come back to that runner's lunge. We're not going to flow through all the way. On that exhale, I want you to take that back foot, bring it up towards the front. Step it back up. We're back into that forward fold. I'm going to step back to that downward facing dog. Step back immediately to your downward facing dog. You don't have to flow all the way through. We're going to bring that left leg up towards the sky. Bend it and bring it through to that runner's lunge. Framing your hand. Both toes are tracked towards the front of your mat. Feel in that stretch on your hip. See if you can lift your chest. Lift up into the chest. And then pivot that back foot 45 degrees. We're going to come up for that warrior one. Bend into your front knee. Looking down, making sure that front toe is the only toe you see, knees tracked right over the ankle. On that exhale, open up to your warrior two. Nice strong T hands. Gaze is over that ring finger. Inhale, reverse your warrior. You're welcome to bind your hand, that back hand behind you, or take that hand down the leg. And on that exhale, we're going to come back to that runner's lunge. So shift your body back down, toe tracks forward. So that back toe is forward, back to that runner's lunge. On that inhale, bring that back foot back up towards the front, back to that forward fold. Take one more full breath as you bring your head and that nose a little bit closer to your knee. On your inhale, come all the way up, extended mountain. Bring the arms up overhead. And exhale, release the hands down by your side. We're in that mountain pose. All right, I think our body's a little bit warm now, right? I can hear you already. I can hear what you're saying. Come to your mountain pose at the top of your mat. I'm just in the middle to show you. We're going to take those arms out to a T. Lift the chest. Make it nice and high. And open up the chest. Bring that gaze up towards the ceiling. Press into the feet. On that exhale, I want you to cross your hands over. Give yourself a hug. Maybe even a rock from side to side. A little bit of love on yourself. Taking those hands back out to a T. Open up through the chest. We're going to inhale, bring those arms up overhead, and exhale, fold forward. Now, just like we crossed over our hands on our shoulders, on our arms, we're going to cross our hands over our legs. So cross those arms right over your legs, one over the other, grabbing the back of your calf, and then lean forward. I want you to hug the back of both legs. Maybe you feel this stretch a little bit more intensely in the back of the legs. Maybe the arms are in on it as well. Allowing the head to release down. Take 2 more breaths as you gaze behind you. Releasing your head. On that exhale, release your hands down towards your feet. Back into that forward fold. And on your inhale, come all the way up. Extended mountain, arms overhead if it's available. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to swan dive down into that forward fold again as we begin to start our next posture sequence. Bring those hands to shin for a flat back. We're planting the hands down on the mat. We're going to step back into that plank or tabletop position, whatever's available to you. Again, if you're in that plank and knees are up, your heels are over your ball of your foot. We're going to lower our body all the way down onto our bellies. Untucking those toes. I'm going to get a little bit more centered on my mat. So we're going to do a little bit of work on our bellies. So we're going to be here for a little bit. If you're sitting in your chair, you can still do this by lifting the legs and the arms as directed. So allow that forehead to come down towards the mat. You can stack the arms over and bring your forehead down onto your hands if that's available to you. You're going to come to the breath. And as your head is down, you're going to lift the right leg. So just gently lift that right leg. Doesn't have to be high. It can be right here, wherever you are. Lower the leg down. Lift the left. Hold and lower. So you're engaging your core, your glutes, and the top of the legs. We're going to do the right leg again. Holding, engaging that core, and lower down. And the left. And lower. Let's see if we can add the arms. So we can bring the arms out in front if that's available to you. If it's too much, you can still do cactus arms or goalpost arms. That chin can come down towards the mat or the forehead can come down. Want to make sure you can hear me. So we're going to take that right leg and our left hand. Lift them up. And lower down. And we're going to do the right side. So other leg, other arm, opposite leg. And lower down. And right leg, left hand. And lower. And left leg, right hand. And lower. Very nice. Can we do that with our breath? So we're going to speed it up just a little bit. So right up and lower. And left up and lower. And again. And lower. And other side. So sync the movements with your breath. So as you breathe in and exhale, I want you to move your leg. We're going to do 3 more on each side. Again, syncing with your breath. Don't want to strain the neck. We got 1 more on each side. And last one, release down, take a rest. Come back to the breath. All right, we're going to try something new. Let's see if we can do both legs and both hands at the same time. So we'll build up to it. Let's first start with the legs first. So as we lie down, we're going to lift both legs up, give it a hold, and release it down. See if we can do that 2 more times. Lift the legs up and lower down. And 1 more, lift the legs up and lower down. See if we can do the arms. So we'll just do the arms first. Lift the arms up and lower. Lift the arms up and lower. We got 1 more. Lifting the arms and lower. Come back to your breath. So we're going to do both the arms and the feet. All right. Take 1 more full cycle of breath. And on that inhale, lift both up, legs and arms, and lower down. Going to do that 2 more times. Lift up, inhale, exhale, release down. Inhale, lift up, and release. Going to do that 1 more time. Inhale, lift up, hold, breathe. See if you can get that belly where it's just on the mat. And exhale, release. Come to your breath. We're going to put a bend into those knees. And rock the knees from left to right. Release that tension in the lower back. So it's almost like a windshield wiper, left to right on the lower back. We're going to lower down the right leg by keeping the left leg up. So lower down the right, keep the left leg up. See if you can come up onto your elbows and then reach back. Grab the top of that foot. Grab whatever you can. If you'd like a strap with this one, you can also use a strap. And just begin to lower that foot down towards your glute. We're just stretching the top of that leg. So see if you can keep the knees together as much as possible. It's okay if it doesn't quite reach. If you're in a chair, you can still hold on to the knee and hug the knee towards the chest. If you'd like to extend the stretch, you can lie back down, keeping that knee in towards your glute. And then release that leg. We're going to swap it out. Again, if you'd like to come bring yourself up, we're going to bring the right leg up. Reach back, grab the top of that foot, bring that knee down, that heel down towards your glute. So we're bringing it down. Again, if you want to increase the stretch, you can lower your body back down as you bring that knee off the ground and that heel comes towards the glute. You want to feel that quad stretch. Continue to breathe. On that exhale, release the leg back down. Give the knees a rock from left to right. Windshield wiper rock. We're going to try to do both legs. So it's completely up to you if you'd like to bend both back and reach back. I would say to bring that chin down towards the mat. So taking that chin down towards the mat, you'll reach both hands back. If you'd like a strap, you can also do this with a strap. Taking your feet into the strap and then bringing the feet towards the body. So bring those heels down. Maybe you lift the knees off of the ground, bringing those heels towards the glute. You're going to feel this as well in your core. If you're feeling extra stretchy and you'd like to press into the feet, you can bring those hands down by the ankles and then press into the feet, maybe lifting up. Going to flex those ankles, those heels down, those feet down, press up. Lifting the knees. Maybe that belly anchors you on the mat. And on that exhale, lower the hands down, lower the knees, release, give it a rock from left to right. Take those hands. We're going to relax our head on our hands and bring the feet back down. Take our hands underneath our shoulders, shift our weight to that tabletop position, and then to that child's pose. We want to counterpose all of that with our lower back. So bringing those hands out in front if it's comfortable. I'm going to walk those hands over to our right side. Feel that stretch along your side body. And then over to your left side. And back to center. Bringing that gaze back towards the hands, we come to our tabletop position and transition. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. If you feel like you want to pedal your feet out, feel free to do so. And then when you're ready, you can shift the heels down, bring that gaze up the leg, up to your comfort level, tucking that chin in towards the chest, pushing away with your hands. allowing that head to relax. Going to bring the gaze towards our hands. Come to a comfortable forward fold. On that inhale, we come all the way up. Extended mountain, arms to touch if it's available. And on that exhale, release the hands back down. We're in our mountain pose. I know you did well. I already know. I don't even need to check. I know you did well. All right. Going to do a little bit of a pivot action with our feet. So bringing each heel up. So you're pedaling through your feet. Now, if you remember, we did those squatting down with the hips, right? We squatted down when we were in our almost camel pose. We were on our knees. So we're going to do that, but we're going to come forward on the next go round, right? But we're going to do it with a little twist. So let's come to the front of our mat. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to bring ourselves back to that downward facing dog. So however you want to step through and flow, we all will meet in our downward facing dog. However you want to get there, you want to just push directly back, you can. We all meet in our downward facing dog. Gonna lift that right leg up towards the sky. Bring it through. Arch the knee, bend the knee, arch the spine. We're gonna come up to that warrior one position. Now here in our warrior one, I want you to bring that knee over the ankle. Strong within that back toe. So that pinky toe is right on the mat. Bring that gaze towards the ceiling. On your exhale, we're going to hinge forward, coming forward, lowering ourselves down. And inhale, come back up. So we're going to do this 4 more times with your breath. So on your exhale, bring it down. On your inhale, sweep it back up. And 3. And back up. And for 2. And again, this is at your own breath. So you want to move, sync the breath with the movements. And last one. Bring it up and hold. See if you can get a little bit lower within that warrior pose. And on that exhale, bring those hands down. We're going to frame the foot and step back and we will flow. Again, we're all meeting in our downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So taking that left leg up, bringing it through to frame the hand. However you need to get there. Pivot that back foot. Come up for your warrior one. Again, we're strong within that front knee, bending that knee right over your ankle. And on your breath, exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, bring it down. And take it up. We got 3 more. Take it down. And back up. And 2. And back up. It can be audible breath. Exhale down. Inhale, take it back up. Hold here. Sink a little bit deeper. And bring those hands down. Step back and flow. We meet in our downward facing dog. I want you to take 5 breaths here. And then we're going to walk, this time, our hands to the back of our mat, to that forward fold, slight bend in the knee if you need it. We come down onto our knees, untucking those toes. Now you're welcome to sit on your heels. If sitting on your heels is uncomfortable, grab a block, place it in the high position, put it in between your feet, and sit on your block. Whatever's comfortable for you. Modify, adjust if needed. You can come all the way down from the block if you don't need it. Placing those hands on your thigh. So you're going to draw the spine up. Lift through the chest. Come back to your breath. We're going to inhale. We're going to bring those arms up overhead. As we bring the arms overhead, lift the hips up. Press up. Slight back bend here. Wherever you are. And exhale, have a seat again. Very nice. We're going to shift those feet over to one side as we transition down onto a seated position. Bring those knees out in front. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the mat. We're sitting up nice and tall, bringing those shoulders back. We're going to take our right foot and we're going to bring it underneath. So thread it underneath your foot. So thread it underneath. Bring that heel towards your glute. Now you can walk this foot in, or if you'd like to cross it over, you can cross that foot over. So we're twisting our feet. You can have that foot again on the outside of the knee or on the inside, whatever feels comfortable to you, wherever you are. We're sitting up nice and tall. Maybe those fingertips come down into the mat. Just as a reminder to lift through the chest. And on that exhale, we're going to turn away from the knee. So turn your body away from your knee. Look behind you. That front hand can either come and hug the knee in, or that elbow can come to the outside of your knee. That back hand is right behind you. You're looking behind you. Lift up through the chest. Take 2 more breaths. Maybe your body can get a little more comfortable. Turn your head, look behind you a little bit more. And on that exhale, I'm going to unravel, come back to center. Take a breath. Can we do the same thing on the other side? We can do that, right? So again, now you're turning in with the knee. Turn in with the knee. Maybe that hand comes, hugs it in. Maybe it comes to the outside. You can place it on the foot or the leg if you need to. Look behind you. So this one might be a little easier, right? You're going with the turn, right? Not going against it. And come back to center. Very nice. We're going to take that foot, bring it back to the inside of the knee if it's not already, and then take that bottom foot back up to the top. I didn't mention if you want to sit on a block, it could be a little bit easier if it's a foam block like this one, and it'll lift your body up just a little bit more. So we're going to do the opposite leg. So take that left leg, thread it underneath, bring that heel towards the glute. You can walk that foot in to rather the outside of the inside of the knee or the outside. If you want it a little bit deeper, you can take the foot on the opposite side of your knee. Lifting up throughout the chest, fingertips on the other side. And then when you're ready, we're going to turn away from the knee first. So turn away. Bring it behind us. You can take that elbow wherever you'd like. You can keep your hands up. Gaze behind you. We're taking that twist. Twisting your body is just really going to wring out those organs. It's a little inner detoxifying of the body, allowing your body to release toxins. Take one more breath. And when you're ready, come back to center. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to go to the other side. Again, the other side is maybe a little bit easier. So we're going to turn that body with the knee. Again, you can take that hand to the outside. You can hold on to the foot. Lift through the chest. Shoulders are away from your ears. Looking behind you. And coming back to center. I'm going to take that foot back to the inside if it's not already. Lift the left leg up. Bring both feet out. So bring your hands to your sides. Just give your knees a little rock. All right, so we're going to tuck that tailbone under as we begin to lean back. So you can exhale, lean back into your comfort level. Come all the way down. Bring those arms overhead. Give your body a stretch. Keep your knees bent. We're going to walk those feet in towards the glute. Readjust your body and your hips to where that lower back is flat on the mat. Want to get that lower back as flat on the mat as possible where you cannot get your hand underneath. We're going to take those hands down by our side. You can press into the hands or you can keep the elbows up. We're going to do our bridge pose. So having those heels in as much as possible, knees over the ankles, press into the feet, lift the hips. Continue to press up. Take 2 more breaths as you press through. See if you can get those hips a little bit higher. Pressing into the feet. Engage your glutes. Feel this in your quads. On that exhale, lower your body back down. Give your knees a little rock from left to right. All right, we're going to do that again. So again, pressing through the feet. So walk those feet in if they're not already. Toes are tracked forward. Press into the feet. Lift up through the hips. Maybe you want to interlace your hands underneath. And if you do that, you can stack the shoulders if that's in your practice. Lifting those hips up just a little bit more. Relaxing your neck. Continue to breathe. And on that exhale, if you do have your hands, you can release the hands, set the shoulders back down, lower the hips, hug your knees towards your chest, give your knees a rock from left to right. That feels really good on the lower back. Going to take both feet up towards the ceiling, give it a stretch back with those feet. Flexing those toes towards your body. Spread your toes, maybe wiggle the toes out. Give those toes some love. The Yoga for Feet video is coming. And on that exhale, hug those knees back in. We're going to release the hands, taking the hands out to a T. Let the knees fall over to one side. Turn your gaze away from your knees. Look back at your hands. We're letting those hips relax, keeping the knees stacked as much as possible. Taking your deep breaths here. With every exhale, just release your body into the mat. Release your shoulders. Let your toes relax, fingers relax. We're going to take one more deep inhale in as we hug the knees into the chest. Keep the core engaged, set the knees back to center and over to the opposite side. Let it go. Turn your gaze away from your knees. Now you may notice that one side isn't like the other. It's okay. Release your body. Notice where you're holding tension and just allow your body to release. Take one more full cycle of breath. And on your inhale, bring those knees back up into the chest, giving it a rock from left to right. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to touch, holding on to the outside of the feet. You can open it up for a happy baby if that's available. You can hold on to the shins as well, bringing those knees down towards the earth. If maybe holding on to the feet aren't available. You're pressing into the feet, bringing those knees down towards the earth. You can do a little rock from left to right. Babies are happy. They don't have the worries of the world. As long as they get fed and changed, they are happy. Continue to rock, massage that lower back. If you feel inclined to bring in one knee and maybe straighten out the other, really getting that hamstring stretch, you can. Feel free to do what's comfortable for your body. Explore what feels good for you while you're in this position. Maybe invite a flex in the toes. Wherever you are, give it a little rock. We're going to take the soles of the feet back together. Closing those knees up like a book. We're going to release the right leg down as we hug in the left. Just taking that tension off of our hip. Giving that knee a little rock from left to right. Rolling that ankle around. And then we're going to swap out the legs. So release the shoulders, swap out the legs. A little bit of a core work here. Again, moving that knee from left to right. You're welcome to let the left foot fall or let it hover wherever you are. I'm going to roll that ankle. And then lower that leg down towards the earth. Both feet are down. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Give your body a full stretch. Full stretch. Like you're standing up and you're waking up in the morning. Stretching those arms overhead. And on your exhale, I want you to take your hands down by your side. We're going to take one hand on our heart, one hand on our bellies. Allow those shoulders to relax. Readjust your body to wherever it's comfortable. Where your body is surrendered onto the mat. Maybe your head is comforted by a pillow, or your hair if you have a big ponytail like mine. We're going to begin to soften our body, starting at the crown of our head. Release the tension in between your brows. Unclench your jaw. Relax your tongue. Let your shoulders soften and melt into the mat. Let your fingertips be soft. Your spine is relaxed. Your hips are surrendered into the mat as much as possible. Knees, ankles, and toes are relaxed on the mat. Let your body surrender. I want you to take a full inhale, deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale, release. We're coming back to that intention word of patience. Are you patient with yourself? Patient with your results? Patient with the way things are going? We may be in a rush to get back to our normal lives, even during this time, different time, our new normal. We exercise patience in it all. Even when you know that you may be a little bit concerned about something, or troubled, or annoyed, sometimes coming back to the breath, that inhale, that exhale. We don't realize how it really helps our overall mood. The breath calms our body. As we take 2 more breaths in silence, sealing our intention, just think about how you can exercise patience in your day today. And as we bring awareness back into our body and back into this space, we wiggle our fingers and our toes, inviting movement back into the body and awareness back into the space. Let's bring those arms back up overhead. Being patient with our body, we hug one knee into our chest and then the other. Rolling over to one side, cradling your head if you need to. And no rush at all, but when you're ready, you're going to gently place that top hand down on the mat and then push yourself up to whatever comfortable seated variation you have. We're going to take those hands to heart center, our thumbs into our chest. As we thank ourselves for showing up for us today, thank you. You got up and you showed up for you. Be patient with your body. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. I want you to thank your body, being grateful that your body is here and allowing you to practice. I thank you for allowing me to share my practice. I wish you a great day. Namaste. I thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed it and had patience with your body. Let me know how you enjoyed the practice today. Who do we have? All right. Thank you. Good job. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it was good for you, paying attention to your body, doing what you can. So I hope that helped you today. Take those breaths when you get up, thank yourself. It's being patient with your body and with yourself. If you enjoyed the practice, please give it a thumbs up, share it. I know we got Vivian, we got Sam, we got Jackie, Flo, Warren. Hey, thank yourself for just showing up for you. And again, this all is a sharing process. So tell a friend to tell a friend. That's how this thing grows. I enjoy just coming on here and really being able to share my practice. It helps me as well to feel good about my day. And either way, even if you stay in bed all day, you checked something off today. You've done your practice in whatever form that it was, even if it was in the bed, in the chair, if you got down on your mat, you did it. So that's what it's all about. And I hope that you take this energy with you off the mat and onto your day. I live that. I try to take all that energy with me when I leave the mat. Feeling good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. All right. You guys enjoy your day. And again, there are more videos that are coming every week. I put out something. I'm up to now 2 times a week, where if it's not a tip, it's a video. So either way, there is lots of things to see. Yes, we're up to 300 subscribers. 300 subscribers. I thank you all so much for growing. Back in April, it was 26. We're up to 300. So I appreciate all of you for just being here. I know my core audience make this happen. So I'm grateful. Thank you. And please share it. Enjoy your day. I won't hold you up too much. Enjoy your day. And I will see you next week. Have a good one.